Chapter 14, 26, Feng Jiu Ge Retreats. Translator, Atlas Studios. Editor, Atlas Studios. Roar. Fang Yuan opened his dragon mouth and shot out his sword-like dragon breath. The dragon breath was like waves of silvery lightning, shooting out towards Feng Jiu Ge at incredible speed. Feng Jiu Ge continued to dodge with Yang Pastun, but usually after he uses Yang Pastun killer move, it would imply that Song Warrior was up next. Both sides fought from underground to the sky. They fought as they retreated and advanced. The dragon roared as drums rolled. Green Jade Song Warrior! Along the way, Feng Jiu Ge summoned a clone. The Jade clone charged at the ancient sword dragon. Feng Jiu Ge relied on Yang Pastun to gain an advantage in movement, and with his rich battle experience and calm analytical mind, he did not fail the activation of a single killer move. Fang Yuan snorted internally. He charged at Feng Jiu Ge without feeling distracted. Feng Jiu Ge knew that the Green Jade Song Warrior was not Fang Yuan's match. It could not break his reverse flow protection seal in the first place. Without getting past this, there was no way of defeating Fang Yuan. Thus, Feng Jiu Ge controlled the Green Jade Song Warrior mainly to distract Fang Yuan. The Green Jade Song Warrior was like a fly moving around Fang Yuan, disrupting his movements. After a while, Fang Yuan could not take the disturbance anymore and turned around to deal with the Green Jade Song Warrior. Feng Jiu Ge's pupils shrank. Fang Yuan had changed targets too quickly, but Feng Jiu Ge responded rapidly as well. Fang Yuan arrived at the Green Jade Song Warrior, the huge ancient sword dragon body against the small Green Jade Song Warrior. The dragon roared as intense winds blew. Its ruthless dragon claws slashed at the Green Jade Song Warrior. Cracks started to surface on the Green Jade Song Warrior's body. There was a crisp sound as it was sent flying like a cannonball. But the Green Jade Song Warrior was not on the verge of breaking down yet. It was still able to fight. Crafty, Fang Yuan snorted coldly. In the earlier skirmish, the Green Jade Song Warrior did not attack. It was taking hits passively. Thus, reverse flow protection seal could not reflect any attacks back to it. Just the ancient sword dragon's claws alone could not shatter the Green Jade Song Warrior. After all, Feng Jiu Ge had rank 8 level down marks. The Green Jade Song Warrior's defense was at the top of his Song Warriors. After sending the Green Jade Song Warrior flying, Fang Yuan turned to Feng Jiu Ge. But at this time, Feng Jiu Ge had already unleashed his second Song Warrior Heaven and Earth Song Warrior. After dozens of rounds, Feng Jiu Ge continued to dodge with Yang Pastun while summoning Song Warriors to fight Fang Yuan. Fang Yuan fought against 5 enemies, but he was still energetic and full of fighting spirit. Feng Jiu Ge could not help but retreat continuously. What is going on? Fang Yuan was at his limit activating reverse flow protection seal last time. But now he can maintain both reverse flow protection seal and ancient sword dragon transformation while fighting for such a long time, and he is still not at his limit. Feng Jiu Ge had a deep gaze. He purposely used Song Warrior to create a complex battle environment so that Fang Yuan would need to think constantly and expend his thoughts to deal with these problems. If Fang Yuan was barely using these 2 killer moves, he would not have enough thoughts in his mind. He would not be able to display such great strength now. This means he had an incredible breakthrough in terms of sustaining killer moves, Feng Jiu Ge guessed. At this moment, Fang Yuan's body shook. Feng Jiu Ge was paying great attention to Fang Yuan. He saw this and turned joyful. Don't tell me, he reached his limit. But at the next moment, Feng Jiu Ge tossed this thought away into the bin, because Fang Yuan activated Immortal Killer move Myriad Dragon. At once, dragons flew and formed into a silvery sea. Their aura was grand and imposing. It was a terrifying sight. A scene similar to earlier appeared again. Myriad dragons flew as the 4 Song Warriors were encircled and attacked. The 4 Song Warriors were outmatched and destroyed. Feng Jiu Ge ignored them. He used Yang Pastun to escape from the Myriad dragon's range. Yang Pastun's time limit was not up yet. Feng Jiu Ge had a lot of room to maneuver. Then what about this move? He looked at the Myriad Dragon group. Fang Yuan was mixed inside. He could not be found. Next, Feng Jiu Ge placed his right palm on his left chest, by his heart. Next, his 5 fingers strung on his chest, creating light and deep drumming sounds. Thud, thud, thud! The drumming continued, spreading to the entire battlefield. Feng Jiu Ge did not need to discern who Fang Yuan was among the dragons. Because this immortal killer move was an area attack, it had a huge range. Fang Yuan was within the range of the attack. He was immediately affected. His heart started pounding as he felt his momentum going out of control. Fang Yuan was shocked. After all, he had reverse flow protection seal's defense, but he could not block this immortal killer move. No, most of the effect of the killer move was reflected back. Only a small bit penetrated the seal and got to me. It seems that Heavenly Court has obtained some gains in deciphering reverse flow protection seal killer move. Fang Yuan sighed internally. There was no helping it. He had already used reverse flow protection seal multiple times. Heavenly Court had wisdom path great experts like Fairy Z Wei, together with star constellation chessboard. It was not strange she had such advancement. Boom, boom, boom. Following the loud sounds, the dragons around Fang Yuan started to self-detonate, exploding into nothingness. This immortal killer move chaotic heart drumming sound was given to me by Heavenly Court. It has wisdom path effects. Once hit by it, the Gu Immortal's thoughts will be disrupted. Their killer moves would not be sustainable. Fang Yuan, how long can you last? Feng Jiu Ge was in anticipation. An impressive killer move. It was designed to target me. Fang Yuan considered the effects of this incredible move. Right now, in the sovereign immortal aperture, large numbers of human-shaped myriad self-clones were self-detonating. The number of clones destroyed surpassed the number of his myriad dragons. Looking at them, the myriad self-clones were different from before. Their appearance was much more lively, and they even had vivid expressions. At this moment, they were sitting on the ground, thinking deeply. After being hit by chaotic heart-drumming sound, these myriad self-clones self-detonated as they turned into white smoke and faded. After adding in self-will, these myriad self-clones gained wisdom path cognition, but this made them susceptible to Feng Jiu Ge's killer move. Fang Yuan placed a portion of his attention into the sovereign immortal aperture, looking at his losses. Almost every breath of time, dozens of myriad self-clones died. However, these vanishing myriad self-clones were not harmed by Feng Jiu Ge's killer move. Most of them died from sustaining my reverse flow protection seal and ancient sword dragon transformation. When I activated Myriad Dragon earlier, 1,000 of my myriad self-clones died after all. That's right. The reason why Fang Yuan was able to use reverse flow protection seal along with other killer moves was because of these myriad self-clones in the sovereign immortal aperture. All along, Fang Yuan had been troubled by this. Even though reverse flow protection seal was powerful, it took too much of his concentration and mental energy. While fighting against Feng Jiu Ge, he was inspired by Song Warrior. He had an idea. I also have myriad self-clones. If I can make these clones think for me, my battle strength would rise sharply. There were 2 difficulties in achieving this. The first problem was that myriad self-clones could not think. To think, he would need to use wisdom path thoughts, wills, or emotions. The second problem was that even with a large number of thoughts, wills, and emotions, after dispersing them into his clones, it could not collectively benefit him alone. Fang Yuan's first breakthrough in this was using self-love, immortal Gu, and affection, immortal Gu. These 2 were very compatible. Fang Yuan supplemented them with a few mortal Gu to form an immortal killer move that produced a vast amount of self-will. The second difficulty was solved by Fang Yuan using a method from Purple Mountain True Monarch's inheritance, immortal killer move, collective thinking. Of course, even though these 2 problems were solved, Fang Yuan still had to rely on his wisdom path, grandmaster attainment level, to modify myriad self to a whole new level. Feng Jiu Ge, your killer move is not enough. Fang Yuan snickered in his heart. Because he had prepared amply before the battle. He had prepared more than 1,000,000 myriad self-clones in his sovereign immortal aperture. The death of a few thousand was inconsequential. Immortal killer, move 3 breaths, future vision. Immortal killer, Move Myriad Dragon. Immortal Killer. Move Sword Marks, targeting death. At once, the aura of countless goo worms emerged from Feng Yuan's body. These auras were messy and disorganized. Countless mortal goo and a large number of immortal goo flew out and created a grand arrangement. How can this be? Feng Jiu Ge was utterly shocked. Feng Yuan can use so many immortal killer moves at the same time? He was completely taken aback. It was unimaginable. He had always thought that Feng Yuan could only barely activate 2 or 3 killer moves. He was at his limit already. But seeing this now, Funju Gay finally realized that Feng Yuan's improvement in this aspect was so huge that it went beyond his imagination. This weakness that Feng Yuan had earlier was no longer a weakness. It was a huge strength that he had now. There were many clones remaining from the first Myriad Dragon Killer move. After using it again, a silvery sea of dragons appeared again. 3 breaths, future vision allowed Feng Yuan to have sharp senses. While sword marks targeting death was boosted by his sword path Dao marks, it was a huge threat to Feng Jiu Ge as well. Feng Jiu Ge gritted his teeth. He advanced instead of retreating, charging into the dragon group. Bam, bam, bam! A thunderous explosion resounded in the surroundings. Feng Jiu Ge rampaged within the Myriad Dragon group. He was increasingly shocked now. It was not a fluke. Feng Yuan has complete control now. He has not even used his full strength yet. I cannot stay here. I need to leave. While Yang Pass Tune was still activated, Feng Jiu Ge decided to retreat. He was actually forced to retreat by Feng Yuan alone.